Hi guys, it's Josie again. At this point, I'm on my 6th week of Mounjaro at 15 milligrams. So I've got the highest dose. I wanted to let you know some of the side effects I have been getting, and it's mostly the burps and the gas. Those are the two main ones. I've also got one that's really strange, and I tested it out to make sure it was the Mounjaro, and it is. Uh, it's my skin is burning like a sunburn. So don't be surprised if that happens. At first, I thought it was because I was working out and I was sweating or whatever, but it's not that because I took a break off the workouts, and then when I took my next dose of Mounjaro, it started burning again. So now I know it's the Mounjaro. So that's just to let you know that this stuff can happen. I'm still working out. I've lost I take my dose on Wednesday, and then it seems that I block up for a few days, and then Saturday it's like that's the day where I weigh myself and I'm at my lowest weight. So my last Saturday I was at 10 pounds lost. Now if I weigh myself today, I've taken back on 3 pounds. So I'm not going to even let that bother me because I know that I constipate up. So, and I'm taking some Seni. I think that's how it's pronounced, Seni. In French, it's Seni. Uh, yeah, so it's like a fiber thing to go to the bathroom. So I'm taking those every few days. I don't take them every day because I do have to work in the morning, some mornings, and I don't want to be stuck going to the bathroom. So um, I take them mostly on the weekends when I know I'll be at home. And what else has been going on? So I fixed up my basement. We set everything up so that it'd be easier for both of us, me and my husband, because he has this little sound system down there and TV and all that. So we fixed up. I changed everything around. So my gym is on the opposite end now, and his equipment is on the other end. So it's making it even easier for me to do my gym, although it hasn't changed much, but there's nothing in my way now. So it's easier. And what else have I changed? Okay, so today I did my gym. I did my weights and I upper body, so shoulder, chest, and back. And then I did 15 minutes on the treadmill, but in an incline. So I went up actually to 7% incline, which is quite a bit. And I only walked for 15 minutes. It was nothing major, but I did break a sweat. I might do more later on today. We'll see how it goes. I was listening to the Blue Zones where the people live to be over 100, and this is where they live. Some of them live in Italy, and in Italy, it's in the mountains, and the whole village is like a bunch of hills, right? So this is where they walk every day. So it kind of helps them to stay in shape. So I figured, well, I have incline on my treadmill, so we'll use the incline. And instead of just using 1 or 2% like I would normally do, I said, I'm going to work it up. So I could feel it today. The back of my legs really felt it, so that's pretty good. What else is happening? So my total weight loss since October 31st of 2025 is only 10 pounds. I'm still on 100 units of Tresiba insulin, and I also take my metformin and my Synthroid for my thyroid gland. I'm not losing weight fast, but I am working out for 4 times a week doing weights, plus I'm doing some other little workouts. Now summer's here, so I am going to get out and walk more. What else is there? And I do start camping next month, so that's going to be something else. Or I'm going to have to figure out a way to exercise while I'm at the campsite too. And I might have to either reduce the amount of weights I do or do them on, let's say, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday morning. Because Mondays I'm at the campsite, and I leave there. I go on Saturdays, so I might even leave Friday nights on some weekends. So I got to make sure my 4 workouts are done throughout the week. And that's my minimum. It's about 45 minutes a workout. but I don't do the same body parts 2 days in a row. So, upper body one day, and then I do my arms and my legs and my stomach the other day. So it's chest, shoulders, and back one day. Then I do arms, legs, and tummy the other day. Um, Another thing I've stopped doing is using weights for the tummy, except for the trunk rotations. But I'm actually going on the floor and doing it instead of on the bench. It's easier for me to keep my balance. And I've noticed some of the screws get loose on the bench sometimes, so especially if I'm doing those kinds of exercises. Um, what else have I done here? Oh yeah, the burps are really bad. They're sulfur burps, so it tastes like rotten eggs. And I've noticed that they get worse if I eat at night. So I'm not eating at night except maybe a handful of popcorn or something, just to have a taste in my mouth, basically. Um, and that's when I do, because I'm not really hungry. I'm never hungry. Whether I'm on 2.5 milligrams or 15, I'm never hungry. So the whole point of it is not just that, it's just that it's really helping with my blood sugar. So, I went from 10 point something down to 7.7 at my last A1C. So that was really good. And I'm trying to keep it low. And even in the mornings, I'm noticing, wow, between 5 and 7. One morning I woke up, I was at 5.5. So that was awesome. Yeah, so I find that I'm keeping it really, really going, the exercise, and I'm really proud of myself for that. So hopefully it'll help in the long run, and it'll kick in eventually for the weight loss, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, sorry, people are going to start thinking I'm talking to myself here. Um, yeah, I'm in my salon right now, so there's people walking by the front door in the mall. What else is there going on? Yeah, the gas, that's a big thing. And then you got the bathroom issues, they're still going on. And this is my second month on 15 milligrams. I've got 2 more doses left for this month. Um, so I'm hoping it'll get better. Like today's the day I take my Mounjaro. I'll be taking it tonight. And the skin burn, I'm not feeling it. Okay? So that's gone pretty much. But I mean, I was feeling it's like a sunburn, their whole body, and it's the thighs and then the back. So I do feel a little bit today, but it's just barely. So I think it'll get better as my body gets used to that 15 milligram dose. And aside from that, I'm just trying to think here. Is there something I'm forgetting to let you all know? Yeah, my weight, the symptoms, side effects. See, I'm burping right now. I just had something to eat there, a soup. So, yeah. But, increase your fiber intake. That's all I'm going to tell you. Whether it's lentils or beans, or I use psyllium in a lot of stuff. I make soups. And I love to make in French we call it potage. It's basically what you do is you cook up a whole bunch of vegetables, or vegetables of your choice, doesn't matter, celery or broccoli or whatever, and you just put enough water to cover, and then you bzz, bzz, with the handheld, and you add some cream in there, right? And you can use broth instead of water, vegetable broth or chicken broth or whatever you want to use. And you just buzz it out, and with the handheld, and then you thicken it up, right? So you can use cream to thicken it up, or you can let the water evaporate more. And that has a lot of fiber, and it's not that filling, and it can be filling if you add potatoes or something. But basically, like this week, I made a big pot of that for me and hubby, and I had enough for 3 days, I think. So, what else? And you have to eat your protein. Yeah, that's what I want to let you know. Eat your protein. protein, protein, protein. Whether it's a chia pudding in the morning or chia yogurt, or make protein the first thing in your meal, every meal. I don't care what you're having, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, put protein. Don't just have carbs. Eat protein. The protein, and eat it first and then eat your vegetables. So that's going to slow down your digestion. So when you do eat your carbs at the end of your meal, always at the end of the meal, you will not have the big high spike and then low fall. It'll go more like that and then come back down slower. Because first of all, the Mounjaro is making you digest more slowly, and plus the way you're eating is making you digest more slowly, so your blood sugar will not go vroom, 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 like that. So anyway, so you guys have a good one, and the date today is April 22nd of 2026. So just wanted to let you know how it's going on my journey. Now I am losing weight. I've lost about 4 pounds there since a month ago. More or less. I can gain it back in a day, so that's not how I judge it. But for those of you that are keen on losing weight, well, and I am doing less calories, okay? I really am. I'm eating between, I think it's most days about 1,200 to 1,400 calories, and I don't lose more weight. It's just my metabolism is just so slow. I'm 60 years old now. It was my birthday last month. I turned 60, and the metabolism just isn't like it used to be. I mean, I used to go on a diet and lose 10 pounds in a week, and eating salad and tuna, and I'd have one toast first thing in the morning with applesauce on it or something, and my lunch was a salad with tuna, and my dinner was probably a piece of meat with some vegetables, and I'd lose 10 pounds in a week. If I did that today, I might lose 1 max, So the metabolism just is not the same, and I do have a lot of fat around my organs, probably. The visceral fat, so that's probably playing into it as well. So I think the treadmill is going to help me with that, or walking or whatever. But I am going to start doing treadmill with an incline. At the campsite during the summer, there is a part of that walk that is incline. So the way I do it is to get more of an incline when I do it, instead of going the other way where it's coming down. And that is it, I think. I'm trying to figure out ways I can exercise at the campsite during the weekends. I do go kayaking, so that in itself is like rowing, right? But it doesn't do much for my legs when you're kayaking. And I do walk. So what I think I might do is, my God, I'm sorry, I'm burping like crazy here. I might bring my weights in my car. I have two adjustable hand weights, and they go up to 55 pounds. So I might bring those along, and maybe do some farmer's walks, or and I always bring a yoga mat so I can do some exercises on my yoga mat. So I maybe, do some weights on there, or light weights or whatever, just to get a bit of a workout, some lunges and stuff like that. Yeah, that's an idea. And I can do some calisthenics. Yeah, calisthenics, that's a good idea. But I don't have any bar or anything like that over there, and there's nothing there that I could use. If you have any ideas, there's a couple of steps. I think there's 3 or 4 steps. I could go up and down and do some of those. Aerobics, push-ups. I could do the lunges, push-ups. Yeah, there's probably a lot I can do with calisthenics there. So, and maybe just leave the farmer's walks for at home. I don't know. I'll figure it out anyway. So, but if I do bring the weights, I'll. And there's no video because the internet is really slow up there, and you can only get it late at night on my lot. On other people's lots, it might work, but not on my lot. My lot is up in the hill, and I'm isolated, so I don't have much access to internet except for late at night. So, and I can't download from FitOn, or I'd have to be a super member and pay money, and I don't want that. Um, so I could probably figure out a workout I could do and just bring that every weekend. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. But if you have any ideas, shoot, go for it in the comments. You know, I'll look at them, believe me. All right, so you guys, you take care. And yes, I did cut my hair for those of you wondering. I put some layers in there. But my hair's not set today, so, you know, don't judge me. Don't judge me as a hairdresser by my hair I'm wearing. Yeah, it's like a shoemaker that has holes in his shoes, right? That happens. Okay, so you folks take care, and we'll be talking to you shortly. Bye-bye.